and welcome to Living Creative with Pixie Princess. Have you wanted to learn how to crochet? Well, this is the video for you. I'm going to teach you some basic crochet stitches to help you get started. So grab your hook and some yarn, and I'm going to show you how to make a chain, how to single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, and treble crochet. If you can conquer those stitches, you can make so many different crochet projects. So stay tuned. Okay, I'm just going to show you some basic crochet stitches to get you started. These are most basic stitches that you would need to crochet a project. So you want to make sure your hook size is the hook size you need for the yarn that you've got. And then the package on your yarn usually lets you know what hook size they recommend. In most cases, you use that hook size, and in other cases, you may not use that exact size. If you want it a little drapier, you might use a hook size up, or if you want it tighter, you might use a hook size smaller. But in this case, I'm just showing you the stitches, so that doesn't really matter today. So I always start with a slip knot. And this is how I learned how to do them when I was a kid, so I do them that way now. But however you know how, but let me just show you how I do it. But there is no right or wrong way to do it, as long as it's a slip knot. And a slip knot, this is how I start. I put the tail of the yarn in front of my back of my fingers. I wrap this yarn around to make a cross, an X. Now I put that yarn between my fingers and I pull on the tail to pull it through. And what makes it a slip knot is you can pull both the tail and the other end and the knot comes out. It's not a tight knot that's going to stay. So let's do that again. That's what makes it a slip knot. Okay, so now that you've made your slip knot, you're going to insert your hook and you're going to tighten it. So now it's on your hook, so it's not going to come off. Okay, most projects start with a chain, so that's what I'm going to do. And to chain, and you want to kind of hold tension, however is good for you. Some people like wrap it around their pinky over here, and I'm left-handed when I crochet, so bear that in mind. There are YouTubers that will show you these steps right-handed, so just watch whatever you can learn by. So you've got that slip knot on your hook, so you've got your yarn and you've got the tension that you need. And the first thing you do is yarn over, and yarning over is simply grabbing yarn from your working yarn, and the working yarn is the one that's attached to your skein or your ball. And then all you're going to do, and sometimes you might have to hold that at first, is pull that through the slip knot. Okay, that's one stitch. Do it again. So you yarn over and you pull that through the loop that's on your hook. Yarn over, pull through. Yarn over, pull through. Yarn over, pull through. And then you just make your foundation chain as long as you need it to be for your project, okay? So let's turn our work, and I'm going to show you. And turning the work, if you're working left to right, you want to turn it so you continue working left to right. If you're doing right to left, the same there. Okay, so I've turned my work, so my work is going to be going left to right because that's how I'm crocheting. So I'm going to do a single crochet, and I know this is probably not a good yarn to demonstrate with. This is the blanket yarn and it's kind of fluffy, but just find your stitches. This is the first one. I'm going to go into the second one, and to do a single, you just insert the hook into the hole. So that gives you two loops on your hook, and then you yarn over and you're going to pull it through both loops that are on your hook. So you do that again, you insert it in the hole, pull up a loop, you've got 2 loops, yarn over, pull through. That is a single crochet. Let's do a half double crochet. So a half is before you insert your hook, you're going to yarn over, you will insert your hook, and then you'll pull up a loop from your working yarn, and that will give you 3 loops on your hook. So there, you're going to yarn over again, and you're going to pull through all 3. That's a half double crochet. You yarn over, where you don't yarn over when you single. You insert your hook into the next stitch. That will give you 3 on your hook. You pull up a loop, pull it through there, and then that gives you 3 loops on your hook. When you yarn over again, you pull through all 3. That's a half double crochet. So now let's do a double crochet. You started off just like a half. You yarn over, you insert your hook in the next stitch, and then you pull up a loop, and it gives you 3 on your hook. So when you yarn over this time, you're only going to pull through the first 2. That leaves 2 on your hook. You yarn over again and pull through those 2. That's a double crochet. Let's do that again. Yarn over, insert. Hard to get it in there. And again, I should have used a different yarn. Yarn over, pull through. Okay, now that gives you 3 loops on your hook, and then you yarn over, pull through the first 2, only the 2, and that leaves you 2 on your hook, yarn over, and then pull through those 2. That is a double crochet. So I didn't make, and this is not even, this is all wonky because I'm doing different stitches. So I am going to chain and turn my work. So one more stitch I want to show you, and that is a treble crochet. And these are American terms. It's different in the UK, maybe some other places. So for this one, the treble, remember for the half double and the double, you yarned over before you insert. This time you're going to yarn over twice. Okay, and then you insert your hook, pull up a loop. That's going to give you 4 loops on your hook. Get some yarn here. Then you yarn over, pull through 2. That's your first. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2. So you pull through 2 3 times. Hence the name treble, which means 3. So let's do that one more time. You yarn over once, yarn over twice. That gives you 3 loops. When you insert your hook, you grab some yarn and pull up a loop. Now you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 loops. So you're going to pull through 2 loops 3 times. Just remember that. So you yarn over. There's 1, 2. You're going to pull through those 2. That left you 3. Yarn over. You're going to pull through 2. That left you 2. And then yarn over and pull through the last 2. And that's a very tall stitch there. So you just learned how to do a chain, a single crochet, a half double crochet, a double crochet, and a treble crochet. Now you combine these stitches to make other different stitches, but those are just the basics that I wanted to show you today. And of course your project's going to look a lot better than this. It's just a bunch of stitches, not in any certain way. But I hope you found value in this little tutorial. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and join us for more crochet tutorials. Until the next one, God bless.